KD just got swept. This proves this nigga cannot win without Steph Curry, man. He's smiling in the goddamn post-game interview. It's like he won it. Let's see what he got to say, man. You gotta explain yourself. You're considered the greatest scorer, one of the most greatest scorers, and you can't lead a team like LeBron can. You see, LeBron ain't get swept this year. So see what the fuck you got to say, man.
Tonight, you guys put up a lot of fight, but what do you feel went wrong in that fourth quarter there?
They made more shots than us, made more plays. They hit tough shots too. Gotta give them credit, man. They played a great series.
We're asking Book about when you look at the season as a whole, the ups and downs, the roller coaster, the injuries. He was pointing to the details as the reason why you guys weren't able to ultimately put it all together. What, in your mind, stands out on that front?
Yeah, we could be better in all areas.
We could be. You can't be. Could have been better. Because now you're fucking gone. You bum. You switch teams. This is what you deserve, man. You can't win one legit. You might as well go back to OKC and join Shea and them, man. Where it all started. Go back to OKC, bro. You can still be a good role player.
Right now. I mean, you reflect back on the season, I think that like I've been saying, we just were inconsistent with our play and the style of play that we wanted. But that's as far as I'll go. I think guys will dig deep this summer, work on what they need to work on individually. Coaching staff going to try to make adjustments because we got stuff on film all season on who we could be as a team. So it's a great opportunity in the summertime to focus on your individual game.
So Katie's
enjoy your time off, but also realize, come back and try to make some adjustments so we can't not go through this again.
When you look at this game, it was kind of the first of the series where you and Book both had it going in the same game. What do you feel kind of unlocked you guys tonight?
Yeah, just simplify the offense. I think we ran simple actions that got us going downhill. We spread the floor with 5 smalls as well, so that helped us. But that also compromises on the rebounding part. You know, I'm 6'9". We got 4, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" guards on the floor with us. So it's tough to rebound, but I liked how we fought and we're physical all game.
Kevin, when you look at just the season as a whole, when you look back on it, you like, okay, what bothers you, or what do you feel like could have been even better where you guys would still be playing right now?
Yeah, I won't provide context, but whenever I provide context, it'll be looked at as an excuse, so I'll just be better next year.
Just to follow that up.
I like that.
One of the things that you
bro, y'all got KD scared to speak his mind, bro. He says it's going to be taken the wrong way. It's going to be looked at as excuse. That's crazy, man. But, I mean, this is what you get for switching to that super team, man. I mean, it was just deserved. You know what I mean? Trash that.
So I'll just be better next year.
Just to follow that up, one of the things that you've talked before about is, the consistency part, trying to find that throughout the year. At what point in the season do you feel like that was there? Like when you go back and look at it?
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to make excuses for anything. We just got to be a better ball club moving forward.
And then the other thing, Devin was just saying that you three, you, Brad, him, and Coach, this is a collective in trying to move forward and have this work next year. How you've been on teams where changes were made the year after. How big would that be to have everybody on in that front?
Yeah,
get rid of Brad Beal, sorry ass, man. This nigga dropped what, like 8, 9 points? Trash.
Continuity is important. All the great teams in the league thus far has been together for 2-3 years. Minnesota's, Denver's, Boston's, the Lakers, OKC's, like a lot of teams have been together for a few years, so I'm looking forward to building.
On Dwayne, so what Book said specifically was that the communications between all you guys need to be a lot better. And he specifically named himself, you, Beal, and Vogel. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, everything could be better.
What specifically, why was there?
I won't go into specifics because, that's stuff that we'll talk about. And like I said, I don't want to be up here making excuses for what happened. So we just deal with it, and we'll figure it out as a family moving forward.
Kevin, the offseason can kind of be a time to take a step back, just reflect. how are you looking to spend the off season, kind of resetting mentally and also physically?
Yeah, just getting back to the gym, working on my game, enjoying my family, friends, and just enjoying my time off. But I think that's going to be short-lived because we got Olympics starting July 5th. Practices start July 5th, and we're going for a month after that, so I'm looking forward to that. But that's really what my summer is centered around, just the Olympic Games and making sure I'm right for those, and looking forward to that time.
Kevin, you've seen all sides of a season ending. When one ends like this with disappointment, just what are the keys over the summer in terms of the connectivity that you're mentioning to grow and find something for the future there?
Yeah, just get in the gym with one another, just continue to keep hanging out with one another, stay in constant communication, just keep working.
Your dynamic with Book, just how has it grown over the course of this season and where you evaluated at right now at the end of the year?
It's been steady, man. Just been steady. We've been building. We understand each other more and more. I feel like I know Book in and out and vice versa. So, yeah, we just keep building from there. Like I said, continuity is a major part of being a successful team, and rough times as well. A lot of teams that are successful right now have been through some rough times, so we just keep grinding.
That is facts.
Devin, Ant was saying that he's looking forward to playing with you at the Olympics. What have you thought about his growth and leap and his performance in the series?
So impressed with Ant. My favorite player to watch.
Facts. Me too.
Just grown so much since he came into the league at 22. Just his love for the game just shines bright, and that's something that's one of the reasons why I like him the most, because he just loves basketball. He's grateful to be in this position. He's taking advantage of every opportunity he's gotten. Love everything about Ant, everything, and be watching him going forward. And he's going to go out there and play extremely hard every single night. But was really impressed with him, and he's going to be somebody I'm following for the rest of his career.
Respect.
Hi, Kevin. This
See,
is
one
also
thing
from
about KD,
Cartagena.
man, he ain't no sore loser. You know what I'm saying? He say, hey, he still respect, and he ain't call him trash. You know what I mean? Hey, you gotta respect it.
First of all, I want to share the love and support from your fans in China. And we know this summer you're going to the Olympics, but it's been 5 years. Do you have any plans going to China really soon?
Yeah, I actually thought about it. We'll see. Appreciate all the love and support from everybody over there, and can't wait to go back.
Thank you.
That's it? Is that all? Damn. Katie just
Kevin,
looks sad.
in the
man.
last
I be hurting for the he's a millionaire, he rich and all, but you could just see it, man, in his eyes, man. It's really over for this man, bro. He's gonna retire. Still a great player, great scorer, but his legacy, man. You couldn't win one without Steph Curry, man.
Kevin, in the last, I want to say 4 or 5 minutes, there were a couple plays where the connectivity, it was a pass, you weren't looking, you didn't see Bill's pass coming, and almost led to the turnover. How much of that was part of tonight, where you play hard, you get loose balls, but then those things at the end cost you a game, or is it more to it than that?
Yeah, definitely more to it than that.
Okay.
Like I said, it's context involved in everything. But as a player, speak on the context, and it'll look like you're making an excuse. So like I said, we'll all be better, be more connected as we get to just knowing that we went through a season with one another. So I think we'll be better from this.
Is there anything how big was Grayson not being in those last 2 games?
Like I said, man, I'm not going, that's another excuse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think, guys, this a next man mentality, next play mentality, next guy step up mentality league, So we want Grayson healthy. I'm not saying that, but the next guy's supposed to step up, and we would love to have Grayson out there, but I'm not about to sit up here and say that's the reason why we lost.
Kevin, Vicky Perez, my question is, I know you don't want to speculate on any of the negatives, but let's focus on the positive. What are some of the positive takeaways you have from the season?
Yeah, we stay healthy. I mean, we finished healthy. We had a few bumps and bruises throughout the season, but for the most part, we were healthy, and that's the main thing that I was concerned about. Me specifically, being able to play 75 games, I felt good again. Book, 70 games, and after missing a lot last year, missing the playoffs the year before that, a couple games in the playoffs the year before that, Brad was able to finish the season off after missing some time early on. So I was really excited about that. Just more time on the floor.
Huh?
Accomplished and being healthy as you've been seasons past. When you have a season end like this week, what's kind of the level of motivation going into next season?
For me? Individually? I live and breathe this shit, bro. Like, I have nothing else but, at this point in my life, I got a lot of shit going on outside of basketball, but what I'm mainly focused on is ball, bro. So, yeah, I got motivation. I love to play. I'm going to come back next year, ready to hoop, So, yeah, I don't think you should question that.
Damn. He meant it. He said, I got nothing else excited this, bro.
Individually? I live and breathe this shit, bro.
Damn.
Like, I have nothing else but, at this point in my life, I got a lot of shit going on outside of
I'm trying to count it. All you got basketball, dick.
Basketball, but what I'm mainly focused on is ball, bro. So, yeah.
Damn,
I got
man. KD, man. Damn. Bro kept trying to bait KD into making an excuse so the reporters can twist his words. Thank you, KD, for not making any excuses. Respect. Wow, man. KD got outplayed by a 22-year-old. KD go to LA. Damn, man. That's really tough, man. I want to see what Book got to say. Book, you got to...
We just witnessed
shut up, man. Book, you got to explain yourself, man. Book, you not going to give me a post game? Devin Booker post game. No D-Book post game? Oh, he did chat about it. 18 minutes is insane, though. Like, can we just cut to the chase? Can I just cut to the chase?
49 and 4 loss.
Devin, when you look at now the series being over, how would you assess why it led to a sweep?
I would say the details. I've been on a pretty successful team. KD's won a ring. Coach Fizdale's been a part of the Miami Heat.
All right, let me catch up.
Coach Vogel won one with the Lakers, and I think everybody would say, these are the time that the details matter, and it's something that, we kind of passed by and, didn't think was a big deal, but came back and bit us in the ass.
Is that we feel like happened maybe in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the fourth quarter where there were some turnovers, some breakdowns there? Is that where it really showed up, you think, in the game tonight in particular?
Well, you just switched it up on me. I was going generally the whole entire series, but, I would have to watch it back to, kind of pinpoint it. But, yeah, they were executing late and we didn't.
What unlocked you tonight?
Bill only 9 points. Royce O'Neal only 6.
Played a lot of small ball, so just try to space Rudy out, keep him out of the paint. It's been successful. Some teams have played him off the court before, and we're kind of in desperation mode, so that's what we went to.
The only other thing I had was you've been someone that's obviously once you got to the finals, that's all you wanted to do was get back to the finals and compete for a championship. So how has these years since been frustrating where you go through a season and not get back to that place you want to get back to?
Well, I want to win it. I don't want to get back. And, it's a tough league. At the end of all this, there's going to be one winner. And everybody that doesn't win is going to go into somewhat of a panic mode and feel like they have to make changes and do this and do that. But, I think over time, experience is, the best teacher. So, the more that you can spend time together and, feel this hurt together and go through it together, the better off you are in the future.
Look, I know this is a hard question to answer after the season just ended, but when you look at your guys' year as a whole with all the injuries and the ups and downs that you had, why do you feel like it just wasn't ultimately able to come together?
The details.
And when you look at this series, I'm sure you're going to say details, but when you look at the fight that you guys showed tonight compared to the first 3 games, did it feel like anything changed in this one in that regard?
I think pride was on the line, but, everybody's response to that should have been from the start, and I completely agree.
But what are the details you're talking about?
I mean, it's I don't want to have a X and O conversation with you right now, but defensive rebounding, offensive rebounding, the most extra possessions you can get, spacing on the floor, you name it, free throw box out. I think the teams that get the most possessions and extra possessions, and I'm thinking back to the finals year, that's what Milwaukee did to us too. They miss a shot and, crash 4 or 5 people and, turn it into, a war in the paint. So, there's a lot of details to the game that go into it. But I've always been saying it all year, communication trumps all. So, and we weren't good with that this year.
So obviously all of this has to be addressed going into next year.
Has to be what?
Addressed going into next year?
Oh, yeah. I mean, hopefully everybody's feeling the same type of hurt. And, it has to be fixed. I have to be better. Kevin has to be better. Brad has to be better. Coach has to be better. If we're the leaders of the team, we can't be out there.
Subliminals at the coach?
Book, when you look at the partnership with you and Kevin this year, how did that grow, and how optimistic are you about it in the future with you two together?
It continues to grow. We were the core of the team that felt this hurt last year and, added a bunch of guys around. So, chemistry and time spent, like I said earlier, is the best teacher.
Trying not to ask you the same thing here within regards to the details, but offensively, it seemed like stylistically you guys just couldn't find right balance. What do you think that came down to in terms of movement was there some nights, movement wasn't there some nights? What do you think that came down to?
That's what you said. They play a bigger lineup and you try to play a faster paced game. They put McDaniels on me and on Brad and, harass you all the way down the court and try to funnel you to Rudy at the rim. So it's a great game plan.
You mentioned the three of you needing to be better, coach needing to be better. Do you feel like you guys had enough roster-wise to win with this group?
Yeah, roster-wise, everybody talks about the firepower, but, you look around the league, it comes down to the details. I don't want to keep saying that, but it's a super important thing. You can't just go out there and think you're going to win off talent. The game is more complicated than that.
What actually worked for Anthony Edwards tonight on their side of the ball, where you guys basically bottled him up?
After this game, I ain't gonna lie. Anthony Edwards proves he's the best shooting guard in the league, bro. No more Donovan Mitchell, no more Booker. It's Anthony Edwards, bro.
First, the second and third game, and of course tonight he just went off.
Yeah, I think there's a form of over-adjusting too. After game 2, I think we did a really good job with them, and went into game 3 and kind of got strung out. We were trying to trap him all over the place once he gets it going, but he's a great player, and if you're trying to put 2 on the ball so far away from the rim, he can usually get around the big or split the big and create an advantage on the backside.
Despite you guys not getting as far as you wanted to go, would you consider there's some consolation in nearly getting the 50 wins with this group, despite all that you've gone through this year?
No.
Wait, what was the question?
Do you consider there's some consolation in nearly getting the 50 wins with this group? Would you
create an advantage on the backside?
What did he ask? Hold on.
Despite you guys not getting as far as you wanted to go, would you consider there's some consolation in nearly getting the 50 wins with this group, despite
you mean
all that you've gone
consolation
through this year?
No.
I don't get that question. He's getting ready to leave. He's salty as fuck.
The communication that you're talking about, is it a top-down thing from the coaching staff to the players, or like as a group? Could you communicate better as you three guys dealing with the rest of the team? What's the whole scope of that?
It was the names that I listed. Starting with myself and KD, Brad, and Coach. Starts from the top, trickles down from there.
Yep. Yeah. All right, buddy. Hey, that's gonna wrap it up, man. Hope you enjoyed. Catch everybody. Everybody, I'm out. What's going on, YouTube, man? It's the post-game interviews. Got to see how they feel about after they're finally getting their first sweep, First time advancing to the second round since 2004.
Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns moving on to the conference semifinals.
How does it feel now after you guys beat them and you said on Friday that you wouldn't have the feeling of their spirit taken away until after you win Game 4, and also after the season finale, you said that
you confusing the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie.
You said that you were basically trying to figure out how to beat Phoenix.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
how did we figure out how to beat them?
How do we feel figuring out that we figured out how to beat them?
Right.
That's what we're trying to say.
I'm so confused. I'm just gonna keep it simple. This man to my left, he's a mismatch problem. Any team that we play. So I mean, pretty much that week of training, we was just figuring out how to get Cat involved in the game, and we did a great job of that throughout the series.
Now, what exactly do you feel that opened you up in the second half that you didn't have in the first half?
He's special.
I was just ultra aggressive, man. The first half, I got all my teammates involved, and that was pretty much the game plan: get everybody involved. And then the second half, it's time to win. It's time to win at that point. So I mean, I got to shoot my shots and keep confidence in myself, and I got to shoot better from the free throw line for sure.
Karl, you've been with this team your whole career, almost a decade. First playoff series win. Just kind of how do you feel given kind of the long road that it took for you to get to this moment with this franchise?
I couldn't be happier. One, about getting the win, finally getting the monkey off my back, about getting through the first round. Damn, someone burning?
No, we can see you in cart.
Oh, okay. Say less. I was just making sure we safe in here. But to be able to. Hey, that ain't our job to worry about that.
Yo, why is he asking those questions? He said you make same play for him. He played good for him.
Hey, that ain't our job to worry about that. But playing with my man, right, man, it makes more special to be able to do it with someone that got so much admiration for, so much respect for, and future's so bright for him. I gotta put my sunglasses on in a way because it's so bright for him.
You know what?
I know. Trust. I saw that.
And what did you think when
why they looking at the
stat
stat
down, and what did you say to him after the game?
I was mad.
Oh God.
Yeah, because it's.
Oh God.
It's not even something I want to talk about. Yeah, I was pissed off. But we had to finish the game, win the game. But yeah, for sure, I was mad as hell.
And with your relationship with Finchie seems like a big part of why you guys are here today. And you guys have been together for 4 years now. Like, when did that kind of start or click that you were like, this is gonna be my guy?
I'm gonna be honest. So at first it was up and down. I'm like, he don't want me doing this. He don't want me doing this. He want me to do this. He want me to do this. And we fighting. You know what I mean? Which is like a regular coach-player relationship. And then I'm just. When you tell me something works and I try and it works, I can't fight you. You know what I mean? So pretty much, man, he just told me these are the spots. This is what we need you to do in order for us to win at a high level. And I trusted him, and ever since then, man, I think probably the end of my second year. Going into those playoffs, he kind of, we kind of gained each other trust, and after that, we just took off ever since that.
Shout out to Ant, though. Ant was like, I'm shooting this mid-range pitch. Yeah. I don't understand what you said. He ain't wrong.
Karl, it felt like, I don't know, this series for you was kind of like a box match, right? Where you had to kind of pick your spots, and you kind of got to let loose today in this one. What was that kind of whole process of being initially I got to, first couple games, kind of hold back, pick my spots, and then let it open up tonight?
I mean, again.
Let me just say, tonight he wasn't in foul trouble. The first 3 games, the motherfucker just kept fouling. And tonight, I told him, what did I tell you last game?
He said, yo, can you find a way not to foul him? I said, I'm going to try my best.
If you watch the game, every time in the third quarter when we would grow a lead, it's because he's in the game. Because they don't have a matchup for him. I'm like, Cat, we're not going to win game 4 if you foul. I told him yesterday, we're not going to win game 4 if you keep fouling. You keep fouling. And you see what he did in the third quarter. You see what he did in the fourth quarter. He's like I always tell you, he's the best offensive player on the team. If he's not in foul trouble, it's a problem for any team that got to guard us because he can stretch the floor, he can post, he can play off the catch, he can pass. I mean, he can do everything. So we just got to keep him from getting
this
foul
Ant.
trouble, man. He's
Ant be showing love
great every night.
Probably because I was trying to play more defense.
I mean, just stop fucking fouling.
Yeah.
In the first half, nobody that you were getting the ball off of, too, was hitting a three besides Cat. Was that hard for you to keep going to it?
Hell no. I mean, you got players like Mike Conley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to pass it to him every time he opens. You know, Nikhil, I'm going to pass it to him every time they open. I see the work that they put in. So,
and the series is proved too. Kill won us a whole game.
You know what I mean? So I trust him overly. So, yeah. I didn't second guess throwing him the ball the rest of the game. I just was ultra aggressive myself.
I was thinking 31 points in the second half. You're not getting off the ball very much then, right?
I mean, they wasn't. I will say they stopped double teaming me. Like, it was more of like, you gotta beat us. So, and I showed them like, you need to double me.
Oh, that's cold.
Hey, can you just
cold.
describe this?
Oh, this nigga got that fucking Mike mentality, man. This nigga's a killer, man. You gotta double me. That's some that's some cold shit.
It was more of like, you gotta beat us. So, and I showed them like, you need to double me.
Hey, can you just describe the zone you were in the second half, leading you to score 40 points, and how do you flip that switch so quickly?
Like I said, I realized that they wasn't double teaming anymore. Like when I would call Nurkic up in the pick and roll, he would be back down the floor, like telling this guy to get back in front of me. So he was giving me the open threes. He was giving me the open mid range. And when I would ISO, they would, they wasn't as much as in the gaps that they were the first 3 games. And I'm gonna take advantage of that every chance I get.
And then this one's for both of you guys. Assuming that Denver takes care of business on Monday night, how do you think you guys are better off from when you saw them last year?
We're healthier.
Yeah, we're healthier. Yeah, we got Jaden, we got Nas,
Yeah.
and Cat's in the rhythm. When he came back like right during that series, so it was tough.
And after Game 5 in Denver last year, I was about as dejected as I've seen you after a game. What motivation, I guess, was that for you heading into the offseason and into this year?
It was all the motivation I needed. I think I felt I took a little pressure off myself when they won the championship. Like, I lost to the championship team. But yeah, man, I don't like that feeling at all. Getting sent home, and especially in 5 games. I mean, at least take them to 7. You know what I mean? So hopefully we play them a little tougher this. Well, I don't know who's gonna win. I mean, but whoever wins, hopefully we play a little tougher this time.
Anthony, I think before that series, when people were trying to call you a young star, you said you don't want to hear that until you win in the playoffs. Are you able to give yourself a little bit more grace now in that regard?
I mean, not yet, man. Not yet. Yeah, not yet.
He a young star. He over here talking like that shit. He the face of the league. I've been saying that. He hate when I say it, but it's true. Like I said, future's so bright, gotta put the sunglasses on most of the time when I'm walking around with him.
Hey, look, they all these little young cringe niggas. They be like, "Oh, Cat's glazing, dude. Cat is glazing." They showing love, bro. I fuck with Cat. Cat a little corny, but hey, he cool peoples.
Cat, Chris has talked so often about the sacrifices that you've had to make, especially with Rudy coming in and the emergence of Ant. What has really gone into that, and how have you seen those sacrifices kind of come to fruition now with the way you guys have handled business this series?
I mean, like you said, it's all worth it when you get in wins in the playoffs. So, Ant's special, Rudy's special, this team is special. Whatever it takes to win, it's worth doing. I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So I've done it my whole career. I'm glad that with the sacrifices now, it's resulting to
10. He ain't sacrificing.
Shit.
He had 28 and 10.
Man,
I don't think that's a sacrifice. Yeah. Like I said, he was in foul trouble the last 3 games, so he couldn't, you know what I mean? But when he's not in foul trouble, he's not sacrificing. The motherfucker gonna shoot the ball. He gonna shoot the ball, you hear me?
And throughout the season, you got an MVP chance a lot back in Minnesota at home. How did it feel to get those same types of chance tonight on the road, especially after you eliminated the home team?
Felt good. Yeah, felt good.
Outplay guys like KD, Devin Booker, are pretty consistent.
Kevin Durant for sure. It's my favorite player of all time. That's the best feeling. Like I said last time, it's the best feeling in the world, man. To send him home or out, whatever you want to call it. I don't even think I outplayed him. He played great throughout the whole series, but my team outplayed his, and to come out victorious is the best feeling ever to beat him, because he's my favorite player of all time.
Wow. Great. Ain't no Finchie in interview, huh? Yep, he don't get to talk. That boy broke his meniscus or something. Seen that on Twitter. So no Bill. No Bill. No Bill. Yeah, Bill, you're gonna want to stay quiet, buddy, because you sold. That's gonna wrap this one up, man, for the post game. We'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out.